That's proper hardcore. I like that a lot. And it's a lady. What? No way, this is a chick doing this? Cool. Scary dog. Yeah. Okay. What I'm all about composition. Coming across her face there. Oh, this is quite a cool one. I like this one. I'm purple and zombified. Like if you just saw that bit there, you think this is a picture of some zombies or something. Okay, hi everyone. In this video I'm doing a new photo critique. This one is for a Derek O'Grady. Or his website is bigsouthphotography.com, and he's also on Skype as Big South Photography. He sent me in 7 photos, it's meant to be 5, and he says, "Hi, my name is Derek. I'm an amateur photographer in Florida. I'm 22 and have recently found a desire for photography. I'm still building my first portfolio, and these are some of my personal favourites. I'm in the process of moving from Canon to Nikon, thanks to you and the Fro." Oh, okay. I do also think Canon is brilliant. Canon, Nikon, both fantastic. Whatever, that's another video. All these pictures are from my Canon using the Sigma lenses. Thank you for all your time and the videos, blah blah blah. Everything I put into practice in the following photos was based on what I've learned from you and other YouTube photographers, Fro and Gavin. I release rights of these photos for your use. Okay, thank you very much, Derek O'Grady. Okay. Hotmail's resized photos so they're not too big. Okay, thank God for that. Okay, this one's called One Bike 218 11 228. Okay, first of all, I'd say you need to give it a better name, because I'm not getting that. Timing that you've captured this at, wow. Okay, the person's like not even on the bike, like their feet are off. Okay, first of all, well done. That is super sharp. Great time that you've got that at. The angle that you've got it at, I quite like how you've got it at a slanty angle, because that's given it kind of even more dramatism to the image. You're like, whoa, not only is he got the bike at an angle and he's hanging off it, it's also at a funky angle. I like that. I think that's really pretty cool. I would say I would probably want him to move up just a little bit. He seems a little bit lower down, so maybe if it was just cropped just a little bit lower down. But 2 big issues with this one. One is this huge amount of vignetting that you've given to the image. It is just too obvious. Vignetting can be used to very good effect with stuff like portraits or certain landscape ones as well, to bring attention to a subject which is in the frame. Or to just get rid of some of the distractions in the background. For example, if it's a portrait and there's some crap in the background or something, a vignette just makes a person kind of come out, makes it more 3-dimensional in some photos. Here, the subject is so kind of dramatic, so kind of cool, so kind of like, wow, you don't need this vignette. Nobody's going to be distracted by these stairs in the background, or, you know, these windows over here, or wherever it is. And the other thing is, because you've put such a strong vignette on, that you can actually barely make out your logo. It says Big South, and your P looks like a G. So yeah, I think that photo would be just as good. Well, no, I think that photo would be better if there wasn't such a strong vignette. And I'm not saying no vignette, because it may benefit a little bit from a bit of a vignette, but just the fact that we've got it going from almost total white to total black in the space of what is about 4 meters or something like that. So yeah, I would just say calm down on that amount of editing there, because it also just looks too obvious. It looks like somebody's gone, vignette tool, beep, and it's just gone mental. Okay, so that, but otherwise, good timing, good shutter speed, whatever you've used, I think it's great. And it's a lady. What? I ran across this lady motorcycle stunt behind my office and stopped to ask if I could shoot a few pictures. No way. She agreed, and here's the one that I came out with. She was at the no point posing or stopping. She was at no point posing or stopping for me to take photos. Cool. No way. This is a chick doing this? Cool. That's hot. And not only has she got the balls to do that, she's also got the balls to do it while wearing an iPod just attached to her jeans. That's hardcore. That's proper hardcore. I like that a lot. Okay, she's cool. Yeah, awesome. Okay, next one. Let's see what your next one is. Okay, cool. So you've got okay, what kind of dog? This is my dog on my couch. Okay, no cool story here. I just like the photo of her. Whew, she's an ugly lady. But I like that. I think that's very. I like how close you've got up to her. I like your logo at the top there. Okay, so you've got totally different font from your last one there. I like the kind of sharpness on your dog's nose, but her eye seems a little bit blurry. So maybe if you had a slightly larger depth of field or a smaller aperture, you would have the eye in a little bit more focus as well. Well, maybe it is in focus, but it's just that nose is seems so much more in focus than the eye. But maybe it is, I just can't quite tell on this one. Colours that you've used, I think it works quite well, especially with that type of logo that you've done and the dog. Framing, again, yeah, the dog's right in the middle. I'd probably have the dog just a little bit up or have it a little bit wider just cause it's a little bit sort of kind of missing down here. I'd like to have seen more so you could properly see the whole dog. This thing in the background, I'm guessing, is maybe like a piece of paper that your dog bites or something. At the moment, that is just a distraction to me. It's not an obvious thing of that's the dog's toy. It's just, did you just not remove some rubbish that was on the couch? So work on the composition, on whether you think that you want to add the elements in the background. Maybe even cropping it so that you take some of the top bit out so we don't see your pictures up here. It's just like scary dog on a leather couch. And not to say it's a scary dog in a leather couch in a nice house. So yeah, just think about all those things in the picture there, and just watch where you're focused. But yeah, I think that is a very cool subject to have. What I would say is it looks a little bit totally blown out on some of the highlights up here, but I don't think that's really an issue because it's all about the character of this dog rather than the techniques or the qualities of the actual photo. So yeah, that dog's cool, logo's good, cropping different subjects in the background, maybe have a little check of that as well. Okay, good one, next one. Okay, this next one is 3 McCulloch 3 12 11 162. Okay, really, if you're sending your photos to me, you've got to give them a better name than all those numbers. Is that the date? No, it wouldn't even be the date. There is no date. Oh, well, unless it was... No, that'd be the future. Okay, I have no idea. Okay, so this is a fairly cute shot of mum, I'm guessing, kissing her kid out near a beach somewhere. Okay, what does it say here? This is a family shot I did, and the mum turned and gave her a kiss on the cheek. I like it because she did it naturally and it feels warm. Okay, it feels warm. Yeah. Okay. What I would say to enhance this photo is brighten it up, because at the moment it's almost a low-key photo. Pretty much the whole histogram is down in the bottom area. You've also added a strong vignette, and you've also given it a bit of Dutch as well to the side. The vignette gives it slightly an old-fashioned feel, but that kid and that mum and what they're wearing and how they're interacting isn't old-fashioned. So again, I would ditch the vignetting, get rid of that. The brighten it up, because at the moment their skin tones just seem a little bit dark. For kids and like lovely shots like this, brighten it up. You know, really bring the mid-tones further up. Make sure you don't destroy everything, but certainly bring, or if you've got Lightroom, the orange and yellow and red sliders, if you put their luminosity up a little bit, that really softens out the skin and just brightens up skin tones. Well, depends which type of skin tone you have, really. But generally, for these type of people, that would bring it so that their skin seems a little bit brighter and also a lot more softer, because you lose all the contrast in like the pores and stuff like that. But again, not that you really see that here. The Dutch angle, it's okay. It's giving you space, dead space up to the right for you to put your logo, which is fine. But again, I still think the framing could be better. They're right in the center, and they're a little bit low down, and you're not really seeing, you know, where are they? You know, is this like a nice seaside resort, or is this like a weird swampy lake or something? Are they sitting on a park bench, or are they sitting on a fence or something? Or, you know, to get the interaction that they're having with each other, I kind of want to know a little bit more about their angles that they're at, because they are at a funny angle, and it seems a little disjointed for me, really. If this was on a photography website and it had lots of people's photos, I probably wouldn't stop by this one. And I think the vignette, the angle on this one isn't so necessary, because it really is all about the attraction of the interaction, not the attraction, the interaction of the people here, rather than the funky angle or anything like that. So I would say this is really a shot all about composition, and I would say you need to work on that one after that. And also, when you look at it in the thumbnail, the vignette is just way too much, right? My recommendation is really chill out on the vignetting on that. Okay, next one. Okay, here's another one. This is a Murray family shoot. Okay, and so this girl's to her side, lying down in a park, in a field or something like that. Focus is good. It's right in on her eyes. Beautiful eyes that she's got as well. Hair, I would probably watch out for that. That's kind of like coming across her face there. But yeah, it's a tight in crop. Your logo's not on it. I thought you'd possibly have your logo maybe up here. That'd be a good place to have it. Whatever she's lying on, be it a blanket or something, there's a little bit of guff on it. So I would either Photoshop that out, or just when you're actually doing it, take that away. Also, it seemed, just noticed a whopper of a ring here. Okay, so I almost didn't see that. It's so overexposed, which is generally good for these types of shots, but I didn't actually see the ring, and you can barely actually make it out. Damn. Okay, so if this is like she's just got engaged or something, I would maybe, if this is how your shot came out, Photoshop it a little bit and just try and bring the contrast up, actually, around the ring, so we could just really see that. The contrast and the clarity would help a lot. Let's see, what's this one? And this is another family shoot. I did a no real story here. I like to overexpose image for the warm, soft feel. Okay, well, yeah, you've got that. It is a warm, soft feel. There's also something about her arm positions going on here. So at the moment, she's got one arm coming down, which is nice, and then her other arm is underneath her, so she's like sleeping like that, which is a natural way which lots of people sleep. But for me just now, I'm just looking at that and I'm thinking that's just a big slab of meat. That, because you can't really tell, it is just like that is flesh, and then only here can you start to see, oh, maybe that's the start of a hand over there, maybe that's a bit of a wrist. So here, the arm, the more I look at it, the more I'm slightly going, can you even tell it's an arm? Is it her arm? Maybe it's somebody else's arm. Maybe it's like a squished arm that she's lying on top of. It's really weird. So I would work with shots like these with the arm positions. Have her actually lying down in a sleeping position, doesn't work. Maybe having her hand in her hair, that's a good one. Maybe if it's like crawling up, like pushing her hand through her hair, like shots like that. That would be a bit better, because at the moment you can't see it's a hand. Or maybe if she had them kind of crossing over each other, that'd be another one as well. So yeah, just I think straight off, very nice shot. The more I look at it, the more I'd really want to change her position on it as well. Also, this is one where maybe a bit more of a Dutch angle would help, because here you've got it straight on, and what's happened is her shoulder is away up, going off up to the top of the screen, and her head is way down here. So it's almost like she's like on a downward slope. So this is where if you had it a wee bit more at an angle, or if you had her put her shoulders down or something with her shoulders, then that would work quite well. Here it really is kind of like she was just having a little sleep and she's rolled over and she's like, good morning, which is quite nice. But I think having it where she was on her back would be a little bit better, because here she's just kind of too hunched over and her shoulder looks too big. Whew. Okay, but otherwise, good effort on the focus, the shallow depth of field, and the exposure. I think that you've done a good job there. Okay, next one. Oh, this is quite a cool one. I like this one. What is this one? This one is 5 Taran Cadet Ball 3/11/11/096. Okay, right, what is this? This is my sister before her senior cadet ball. Senior cadet? Okay. As in like she's in the army or something? Cadet? Senior cadet? Okay. You Americans, very different from our culture. I try not to use filters too much, but if the colours don't work, then I try filters to recover the image. Okay, to recover the image. Okay, well, your sister is a very pretty girl, isn't she? And I like it. I think that's a really cool shot. That's really nice. Great shallow depth of field, so the background's totally blown out. Well, as in like totally blurry. And lovely outfits that are going on here. Great kind of interaction between the two people. How she's looking at him and he's looking at her, I think that looks really nice. And how he's holding her and he's got her right down there. Yes, I like this one, but. And oh, I also like where your logo is and everything down here, or your kind of logo's getting a bit crazy down there. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, for this one, to enhance it, I would maybe smooth out the rest of the skin tones. For example, around here, maybe using the smoothing tone, you can see she's got some little scratches on her arm. And also his hand, then also down here, whatever's happened is kind of become purple and zombified. Like if you just saw that bit there, you think this is a picture of some zombies or something. So just watch the skin tones up here look brilliant. Yeah, the blue has been OD'd on, I would say. And especially with this little hand down here is kind of getting a little bit like creepy hand. So calm down the blues just a touch, but otherwise, really nice shot. I'd like to see a little bit more of it. I'd like to see maybe if it's spread along a little bit more to the right. Just a little bit more of the shot. But yeah, I think your sister, is it your sister or your daughter? Sister is very pretty. And her boyfriend looks like he's pretty cool as well, like his hat. The composition, whatever. Liking it too much. Okay, next one. Okay, BigSouthPhotography.com. This photo is from my first ever shoot. I got her to give me a relaxed smile, and this is what came out. Okay, right, okay. It worked. I'm loving the shallow depth of field, the blurred out background, the slight overexposure, but you've definitely done on-camera flash. And generally that's done for, again, like hair. Watch the hair. It's like she's got a little moustache coming down without. It's just like tickling her nose. But what's happened here is the overexposure is fine because it's smoothed out the skin, which is good. However, the smoothed out skin and also the blown out hair at the background really kind of has made her a bit like a zebra crossing. So you've got kind of colour here, blown out, colour, blown out, colour. So I would say if you had lowered the general exposure for the background, so by changing the shutter speed or something, or lowering the ISO, so the background has a little bit more detail in it, but more importantly that the hair is not totally blown out. See, this is all totally blown out. Then we would have more detail, more texture in here, and it wouldn't be such a kind of a contrast of like here, black, here, white. So that's what I mean, kind of like zebra crossing too much there. Also, the on-camera flash really it's fine. It's taken away any shadows you may have, but this piercing dot that you get from on-camera flash, it's like a needle going poke in the eye. If you can, Photoshop that out. Put a little black blob over that and just get rid of that. But you've got it in both eyes, and it is, I find that it's just too distracting. It's not an attractive catch light in the eye. These little white dots in the eyes are called catch lights. And like with an umbrella or a softbox or a beauty dish, you get different types of catch lights. Now, catch lights being right in the center is really distracting. It also means their eye or pupils are tiny. So it's better to have a catch light off to the side, and you get a nice little circle at the side there. Kind of like how the sun would be, because you never look straight into the sun like this. So yeah, good work. She's pulled off a nice little pose, but exposure wise, not digging it. Also, she's kind of a little bit too cut off at the side there. So I'd like it if you were maybe another step or 2 steps back, so just so we had a little bit more space to actually see it, then that would be fine. But yeah, just watch out. Also, maybe the pinks as well, because it kind of looks like her eyes are a little bit too pink. So this is where a little bit more makeup getting done beforehand, or at least enhancing, because it may look like she's put some little bit of blue around the eyes. But see, for a photo shoot, always OD on the makeup, I would say. Okay, next one. Cool. What's that? That is a Corvette ZR-Z06 or something, is it? Let's see, can I guess what car that is? It's got the big exhaust down there. Sure, that's a Corvette. Something. Convertible one. Okay, what did he say here? This photo is from my first... No, last one. My father bought a Viper. Oh, so it's a Dodge Viper. Nice one. Badass. It was parked in the backyard, and I had a few minutes to capture a picture. This is my favourite from those minutes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Wait, is it cool? Right. Okay. I'm just thinking. Because I love cars. I'm a big fan of cars. In fact, right beside me, I've got the Top Gear magazine, which I just generally just flick through and just kind of, what do you call it? Like lottery win porn magazine is what this is. So, right, okay, shot-wise, is it cool enough? Okay, you've gone a bit OD on the vignetting. Again, you can see it down over there. The colours that you've done are quite interesting. You kind of like desaturated the greens and stuff in the background. In general, am I digging this shot? Not so much. It's just the kind of back end of a car, of the wheels. You're not really seeing close-up of any of the details of the car. For example, at the moment it's focused kind of on the wheel, and the wheel is not a detail of the car. A wheel, wheels can be bought and sold, and they can be a whole different company from the car. So what I would say, if you're shooting a car like this, and what you want to be focused on is the badge here, or the duct here, or the exhaust here, going in on the close-ups of the bit which make the car, not just something which you could buy off the peg like the wheels. Angle as well from the back. Again, I'd want to see more of the boot of it at the moment. It's also just a little bit too much of a crop. Okay, you've gone for here, your angle, you haven't gone for a full Dutch angle, you've gone for a bit of an angle, which kind of makes me think that you haven't thought about it. Like, I always say, if you're going to have it at an angle, make sure it's not a 5 or a 10, make sure it's like a 25 or a 40 or 45 degree angle, where you properly intention of it. Also, a good thing is shots from the front where the wheels are turned. That's usually a good position to get them in. Here you've also got a lot of reflection on the back of the car. The cool thing is we can't see you, I don't think, unless you're wearing a baseball cap or something like that there. So yeah, no is how I'm going to go with that one. It's a cool car, and pretty much any photo you take of a cool car could be seen as cool. But photographically, I think this, like, could I see it in a magazine? Okay, that's the question. Is there anything like that photo in this? Well, there's kind of that one, but it's definitely showing the badges on the back of the car. So yeah, really, you're missing the actual details of the car on that one. But yeah, if it's your dad's, get more shots. Get inside. Get on top. Get shots from above. All that. Cool. Okay, well done, Dirk O'Grady from Florida, who's 22. Your shots are cool, and I think you could definitely enhance them. The shots of your sister and those composed ones, I think you've done quite well. On camera flash, I would say avoid. If you're shooting cars, make sure you get more of the actual details of the car, and chill out on the vignetting and work on your composition. Whew. Okay, I hope that helps. Derek, see you later. Bye-bye.